Hello, friends, and welcome back to my hobby home. My name is Cathy. Thank you for joining me today. We are working our full hearts table runner or door hanger, whichever you want it to be. Let me show you what I have here. I have my fabrics all cut out and laid out. I don't have them labeled, but they're pretty simple to know what you're doing. Now, I did say I would kind of show how to do the hearts. And so we're going to get on that first. You will take one of your rectangles. Now, notice that you're using your little squares. And it tells you to draw a diagonal on the back. Notice that you're going to be making 18 of these. So you're only doing 2 of each color. So let's do that first. Let's pull out our 2 of each color so we do not mess up. Because if you do more than 2, you're going to mess up your hearts. You're not going to have enough to make a heart all the same color. So what I'm doing is, I know these 2 are the same. So we're doing this for 9 fabrics. So that's 3, 4, 5. Well, we don't want all of them the same. So when I do a duplicate, I'm going to lay it down here, because we don't want any of the same ones up there, because that's the other side of the heart. Now, you could have done this beforehand and had them all sorted out, but that's okay. I'm just showing you how I'm doing it. Okay, this right here gives me 2 of each fabric. So I will have 2 hearts of the same fabric. So what we're going to do is, now I did not mark my fabric, guys, so I'm going rebel tonight. It is Tuesday evening. My daughter and grandson have just left just a little bit ago. She comes and does my floors for me. Tries to at least once a week, but normally it's about once a month. And today was her day to, she came today. So I cooked dinner for them. And my grandson, y'all, he loves broccoli. He loves it. So we're going to take our small square. We're going to lay it at the top left corner, like so. And we are going to sew from the, I'm going to show you this way, the inside corner to the outside corner. Hopefully that makes sense. Now, I did not mark mine, so I will be, like I said, winging it. I'm trusting abilities that I don't know if I have them or not. I know I don't have them, but we're going to trust them that I'm going to keep it on that center line. Now, we are going to do 18 like this. So, I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of my sets of 2s. Until I have all 18 done. And see, I'm just going to keep pulling these. Guys, I got something itching my nose today. My grandson had something itching his nose too, so he kept rubbing his nose, but he kept rubbing his nose the other day when he was here too. My daughter's fiance is out of town on a job right now, so this is the one that's moving. And they're trying to get moved by the end of the month. And I'm like, yo, that's only 10 days. You don't have a lot of time to get moved. But my grandson's just a little character. He came in and I asked him, when he came in, I said, you want some food? And he's like, so of course I fixed him a plate. I had made some, oh goodness, what was it called? It was called bacon ranch pasta with chicken and broccoli, cheesy bacon ranch. I don't know. I didn't put the cheese in it. I didn't put the sour cream in it. And it was good without it. But he ate all the broccoli out of his first, and then he ate his noodles. And then I figured he probably wanted a little something sweet after that, so I gave him some raspberries. And he loves raspberries. He'll eat every raspberry you put in front of him. So friends, what we're doing right now is just creating that top left corner of our heart. And that's all we're really making tonight, is we're going to just make our hearts. We'll see how far we can get. I'm only going to stay in here an hour. It is already after 9 o'clock. And I have work tomorrow. But I wanted to get this done for you guys. I may have to stop with my hearts and just go on and complete one. But anyway, these are the ones that we're doing on the top left. And we're only doing 18. So make sure to only pick 2 of each fabric to do this to. You don't want more than 2, because if you do, you will not have a matched heart. And I have this white on white, guys, so I'm having to look at each one of them really close to make sure, just to make sure it all is right, that it's right sides together. Now, I am not going to trim once I get them all on. What I will do is do the bottom of the heart. And we'll trim all at one time. And friends, I hope you can see this on my table. I know you can't see the measurements, but this is a paid-for pattern, so I cannot give measurements out. And this came out of Fat Quarter Shop's Cupid box. So if you got the box, you will have the pattern and all the measurements. And the same fabrics that I have. Oops, we don't want to do that upside down. And before you know it, guys, Valentine's Day will be right on us. I don't really do a lot of Valentine's Day celebrating, because I figure my husband don't need one day a year. He's got 365 days a year. I should be his Valentine Island days. I'm not real sure how this is going to turn out, since I'm doing a white on white and not a speckled. The design they use has the speckled fabric. I just normally go with the flow and buy whatever I want. Normally, it's just what I can get a hold of. And friends, talking about that, I saw something online. Miss Ava was talking about, she put it out there, if, before the freeze, come get your fabric. I will be working. We have already been told that we will be working probably Friday and Saturday night. Don't know about Sunday. But Thursday, I will be going to get my quilts. Well, I'll probably go get my quilts over at lunch, because when I get off work, I have to go pick up my cat because he will be neutered that day, and I don't want to leave him at the vet during that kind of weather. I mean, we're just going to have sleet and stuff like that, where my son and daughter-in-law are. I think they're saying they're going to have like 12 inches of rain. That's unheard of. You know, in the South it is, but she thinks that they won't have to work where she works. She works on the weekends. Okay, so we have 18, and now this is the left side of our heart. So I am going to trim these apart, and then we will put the bottom of the heart on. So y'all hang with me and trim up your blocks, and we'll be right back. Okay, now to do the bottom of our heart. When we trim this, this is going to make that top corner. So now what we need to do is make the bottom. I'm making sure I have the right one that says Fabric C. So that's my bigger one. So our Fabric C, we just lay it right down on the bottom of our cut piece here. Now I may be off a little bit, but we lay it like that. And we are going to sew from the top left to the bottom right. Let me get this going and I can show it to you once I get it going. I'm just going to take it off so I can show you this one. So we sew it from the top right to the bottom left, because when we trim this off, that's going to make the left side of our heart. So let's go on and get the other. Now this is the larger of your background squares that you've done. We are going to go ahead and get the other 18 done. And we should be able to make fairly fast work of these. Like I said, we're only doing the 18. And y'all, I did not mark any of these, but I've got that point on that center line, trying to make sure to keep it centered there. So far, so good. Like I said, I'm being a rebel tonight, but it feels good to be in my sewing room today, even though I am just thoroughly exhausted tonight. I was like, nope, I want to sew this. Now, I did mention in my updates about possibly having a D-Stash Sunday. Currently, due to the weather, there will not be one, because if I'm working Saturday night and Sunday night, I may work Sunday night. I don't know. Right now, it's kind of tentative, because if I have to work Sunday night, there will not be a de-stash. And I'll just postpone it for a week. But I haven't even recorded it, so, you know, right now it's not even, and I've got 2 boxes of stuff over here, but nothing really, I don't have any projects in it yet. And I really wanted to find some projects to put in it, or kit some projects up. But we may be able to make some pretty quick work of doing these hearts. So y'all just hang with me. Let's sew our hearts. And when we get these 18 done, we'll then start working on the right side of the heart. All right, friends. So we have those trimmed and pressed. This is the left side of our hearts. So now let's do the right side. How we are going to do the right side. I need to get my fabrics over here where I can do it. We're going to do the same thing we did for the left side, but we're going to do the 2 fabrics exactly the same. But this time, instead of doing the, let me grab one of the fabrics here just so I can show you. Instead of doing the little square on the top left, we're going to do it on the top right. And we're going to do that from the inside to the outside. And we're going to do that for 18 of them. And we will also do the bottom of that the same exact way as we did the other side, just opposite sides. So I am going to just get started and be putting these all on the right side. And friends, I hope you're able, if you got the box, I hope you're able to sit down and sew with me. I do know some people had ordered the, what do they call it? The finishing kit. I never order that. I just get my own fabrics and do what I'm going to do, you know. Because a lot of times I probably have the fabrics in my stash, which I really didn't have time to go through my stash to see what I had. And that's okay. Because I will be going through my stash this year. We have been smashing the stash for 2025 and now 2026. I do add to my stash though. I do add to it. And guys, I'm sitting here, I just noticed we've been at it for 45 minutes. You will not have seen 45 minutes. But I have 15 minutes. Hopefully I can get all of these so I can at least assemble one heart for you. Y'all, I completely forgot that my cat is in here. And he started making noises. He comes in here and lays down now and takes a nap because he knows if he gets over here underfoot, I'm going to roll over on him. I'm going to roll this chair right over him. Y'all, I did not pay any attention to my little heart fabric earlier. I don't know if my hearts were right side up or upside down. Well, at least both of them will be the same way. I hope. No, because if they were, oh no. Now that I'm saying that, oh no, I think they're upside down. Yep, they're upside down. That's okay. These will be right side up. So yeah, something else to pay attention to. If you have directional fabric, the end with the little square on it is your top. So now we have the top right done, so now we need to do the bottom right. Going to do it the same way we did the left side of the heart. We're going to take our larger square of background and we are going to lay it across the bottom. And we will sew from top right to bottom left. And what that will do is make the right side of that heart. And guys, as always, it's always right sides together. And we are going to just continue with the remainder of the fabrics. We will do a total of 18. So we'll have 18 right sides of the heart and 18 left sides of the heart. Friends, I'm here at the very end. I'm at my last two. And I have Oscar here trying to get in my lap. When he does that, he has gotten to where he puts his claws out into me. We got to get that retrained out of him. But we are down on our last one here. So what I'm going to do, I am now at an hour. And that's all I allow myself in the sewing room. Especially in the evening time because it's almost 10 o'clock. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut these apart. I will trim a couple of them up. I'll tell you what, I'll trim these two up. I'll trim them off, press them out, and then we will make a heart with those so you can see how I make the hearts. Now I'm only going to cut these apart from one another here. But once I get these trimmed, we will get the other two fabrics just like this. That is the left side of the heart. And we will assemble a heart together. Okay, friends. So we now have these done. So what we are going to do, we are going to take the left and the right pieces of the heart. And we are going to assemble them. Now, at the base, you will have this point come together. Make sure that is lined up. I like to just put a pin in that seam, and it works perfectly. I line that top and that side edge up there, and we're just going to get that on under the needle there. We're sewing it at that 1/4 of an inch. And we are going to do the same thing to the other one. You'll see how you have that seam there. We have the same one on the other side. I just lined those up. And they don't nest, but I do put a pin in the seam on both edge, both sides. And then I line up here and right here. And just put that under the needle or under my foot there. And this one looks like there may be a little give in that fabric there. So I just make sure everything is evened out there. Now that one may not do right, but it'll be okay. Now the instructions show pressing these open. I may try that. So 1 second, I'll be right back. Well, friends, I have them put together. This one kind of got off a little bit, but this is what your... I messed up, guys. I was wondering why it didn't look right. I didn't put my white pieces in there. So what I will have to do is press these back. Let me do that real quick. That is about like me to miss a step. I'm going to seam rip, guys. Y'all know what happens. You know what happens. We are not above having to pull out a seam ripper. But I'll only show you on this one here. I was wondering why. I'm like, it's not making the heart. I didn't even think about it. And I read that. I read that in that step. I guess I was just too eager to get it put together. But it don't matter if it's not done right. So, guys, let me press and get it flattened back out. Okay, well, it's not going to be all the way flat. So we need to get one more piece of each one of these and put it on the other side. And you always work from inside out on the corners to make that divot for the heart. So we did that one. So now let's do the other one. And we'll trim and press this one out. So now we have two seams that we're going to be making sure are matching up. And I'm just putting a pin in each one of them. Let's hope this works out this time. My goodness. I can believe it. I'm tired. It's late. But I just wanted to get this done. I wanted to actually get the whole thing done. But we did not get the whole thing done. We're not going to worry about it. Slow and steady. Slow and so we will probably still be doing hearts. Well, we will still be doing hearts tomorrow. I'm not bringing in a new project or anything. This is our new project. Okay, so I'm going to press this. Let's see what it looks like now. Okay, friends, this looks a lot better. So this is our heart. Looks beautiful. Tomorrow we will finish up the rest of them. We will put that little square on all of them as well. But thank you for joining me today. Please give me a thumbs up. If you have not yet subscribed, please do. Click that notification bell so you don't miss a single thing we have going on here. Feel free to leave a comment. Tell me what you think. I do try to respond to each and every comment personally. And guys, it is so real here. Like, I show you everything. So I do hope you've enjoyed this. And as always, until I see you again, I hope you have a very blessed day. Bye, friends.